Hi, I'm Shihab Makaniyil, founder and CEO of ShopDoc. Welcome to How I Built My Business. This is a talk show I started to bring inspiring, interesting entrepreneurs, visionaries who turn ideas into some successful business ventures. Although I consider as an entrepreneur, I'm not quite a successful business person. Because of that, that is exactly the reason why I want to start this series. Today, I have Coach Loai with me. He's a nutritionist turned entrepreneur, fitness, wellness coach. He has built something unique in the UK called Reshape. Now he's planning to bring that brand, that concept in the UAE. Hi, Loai.
Hi, Shihab.
Welcome.
Thank you. Thank you for having me. Your first episode is quite an honor. I appreciate it.
So, like I said, I'm going to invite only interesting people who have got something niche and across the industry, not just in the healthcare, various industries, so that we can have a real conversation. What challenges them, what motivates them, and how they reach into that, and what's ahead of what they're going to achieve in a longer run. So, Loy, why Dubai? Why you're here?
Why Dubai? First time I came to Dubai was straight after COVID.
Okay.
The whole world has changed after COVID, and I felt like I needed to experiment somewhere else. So I just came here with my family on a holiday, and I fell in love with the place.
Okay.
I saw the system, the infrastructure, the attitude of the people, what they have built here. We hear about Dubai a lot in the UK. But when you see it, it's a completely different story. It's so impressive. I have nothing but respect for the people who built this. And there's some weird kind of attraction that attracts me to Dubai. So I'm here every year, 2 or 3 times for extended periods of times. And I'm here because I love it, because
Okay.
I feel really different than when I am in the UK. But I also see,
What you have something which you don't have in the UK?
yeah, we can break it down.
Okay.
So number one, people here are happier for sure. So better attitude, better energy. You have more fun with everything you do. The community is so much more positive. Number two, the infrastructure and how organized everything is and how clean everything is also very attractive. And opportunities. There is a lot more opportunities now. It's no secret to anybody. Dubai is up and coming. The Emirates is up and coming. And those who are gonna ride the wave, they're gonna do really well. And the other thing is, I've spotted a need in the fitness market in the UAE, and it's quite generic still, just like the UK, right? I think a
Okay.
lot of systems here were kind of copied and pasted from the UK, and the fitness industry is one of them. So how generic it is, I've seen that it's not quite able yet to help people to a very unique, specialized level. And I see a need and a very good speciality there, which what we've built in the UK already. So I thought, okay, why not?
You are a nutritionist by training.
Yes.
Okay. And you don't like to be called as a personal trainer. Why
Yeah.
why is that?
Okay, so I have the personal training qualifications. I
Okay.
have the level 3 qualifications. But personal trainer as a title in the industry, they're not known to be very serious. And I refuse to associate myself with personal trainers. There are some really good ones, but generally, personal trainers are, it's the guy that you will turn up to the gym, meet for 1 hour, they would exercise you, aimless, without a goal, and they're more of a friend that you pay for than someone that trains you to get results. I don't enjoy this kind of arrangement. I choose to disassociate myself from this industry. And then me and my coaches now, we call ourselves transformation coaches
Okay.
because our job is to transform people. So it has to,
You mean to say you have an holistic approach to fitness, mind, and nutrition, and all put together. And
yeah.
you build a brand, a product called Reshape. What does it mean? Why Reshape? I'm out of shape. Can you reshape me? And how long does it take?
Yeah. It's a great question. So reshape stands for two things.
Okay.
Reshaping the people that we're working with. So it's what it says on the tin, as the British say. So you come to us and you transform, you reshape, and then reshaping the industry itself. So that's really what the name came from. I don't like the industry. I don't like how it operates. I don't like how generic and watered down everything in the industry is. So I thought someone has to pioneer a new method to overtake. And usually what happens in circumstances like these is that someone will come up with a concept that is very unique, very successful, and then the big players will start copying, which is what
When was this concept conceived in your mind, and how long it's been? Like, when have you started your entrepreneurial journey?
Okay, so I'm originally from Egypt.
Okay,
So I moved to the UK in 2013.
okay,
My first job was in a big club in the UK called David Lloyd.
okay.
David Lloyd is more of a leisure club. So people go there to socialize, drink coffees,
It's not a fitness
swim.
club.
There is
It's
a
like
gym.
a gentleman's club.
There's a gym.
Okay, gym. Okay,
And there's also personal trainers.
okay,
But my job there was personal trainer. So I started working as a personal trainer for David Lloyd. And to be honest with you, I didn't enjoy the way they did things. So I did my own thing within the club. And then they didn't like it.
okay.
They said, "You're too serious. We don't do this kind of thing. We don't really focus on transforming people." And my argument was always, that's the reason people come here. So why wouldn't you give them what they want? So I started producing transformations and everybody wanted to train with me. And then I proved that's what people want. And I proved that you would be much more successful as a trainer if you do this. But there was still some kind of resistance. Don't know why, but I guess they didn't want to change the politics and the culture of the club. So from then, back to your question, I spotted the need. There was a lot of people in gyms in the UK with the right kind of intention, but no one to help them. So they joined the gym to get fit. And the personal trainers, they don't know how to help them. Partly because the educational journey of a personal trainer is not very good. And then also the cultures of the commercial clubs doesn't help. So I decided to set up my own thing.
So you founded Reshape alone? Did you have other founders or the?
No, it was just myself. It was my idea of creating a transformational concept.
Okay.
People come to the gym, they have the help they need to actually transform.
So being a fitness trainer or personal trainer and transitioning into an entrepreneur, a business person, how challenging it was. How much was the initial capital and how did you raise that money? Because you are in London, right? It's one of the most expensive cities on earth.
Yeah, it's just outside of London.
Okay.
It's just next to London, not London itself.
Okay.
Okay, so there's a book. Here's a piece of value for your listeners called The E-Myth. This book helped me immensely because it talks about the technician, which was me at the time,
Okay.
and then the business.
Okay.
And then it compares how different everything is.
So you're like a craftsman and the craft. How do you define it?
So one of the stages in the book is that technicians, when they get really good at their
The
thing,
craft, yes. Yeah.
they think they can run a business, which is not true.
Okay.
You get surprised by all different things,
right.
when you start a business.
So you need a different set of different skill sets. Yeah.
Yes, lots of different skills that you don't think about. So I was hit with this straight away. So when I started doing my own thing, I was very good at transforming people. I had a passion for
Transforming means physically, mentally, emotionally, or
Everything.
completely.
everything.
Okay. Transformation doesn't just necessarily mean losing weight or losing fat alone, right?
That's what is known in the industry as a crash.
Okay.
And I don't like crashes.
So when you say you transform people, it is not just mean that that person is going to shed some weight.
I'll sum it up for you.
Okay.
I'll explain it. A complete transformation is a transformation that changes your lifestyle. It's an educational journey that forces you to act and behave different, and then eventually change your identity to your own self. Meaning, you come to me as someone who is overweight, thinking you're that guy. The guy that is overweight, goes out on the weekend, drinks, orders a lot of junk from Talabat, whatever they do. That's an identity thing. Okay? So you come to me and you say, help. I don't like my body. I'm not confident, etc. And I say, okay, we got to change a few things. And then I train you to stop doing what you're doing that got you to that point today. In that training, I have to cement the teaching of the new identity, fit person identity. And if I succeed with you and we do this well, you start acting like someone who's not overweight. you start getting the results, the tangible results, the visual results, and then you like it, and then it becomes some sort of addiction. So it becomes a lifestyle change. That's what a transformation means. You see yourself different, you see your behaviors and your actions in a completely different light, and you start criticizing things that you used to and you were completely normal before. You start building practices like going to the gym, training, going out for walking, and this kind of stuff. You go out with your friends and you say, no, I'm not going to eat this, I'm going to eat the healthier thing. All these things is part of your identity. So a successful transformation, in my opinion, is someone that has been trained to believe something different.
So, what is a typical timeline you're talking about to transfer someone to this level, a sustainable, sustainable
Sure.
throughout?
Depending on the starting point.
Okay.
So obviously, if someone is 100 kg,
You're changing a lot of behavior, right? Habits, behavior, whatever it is. So you are recreating the whole new version of that individual. Is that right?
Yeah, very true.
Okay.
Yeah, very true. So
Okay.
we have to change on so many different levels. So there's the physical element, which is what you see in the mirror.
Okay.
And then there's what you think, and then there's your beliefs, which are typically take a lot longer to build. So we need to break down some beliefs usually, and then build new ones that are good and going to serve you. So all these things come into the equation, but everything is connected. Now, understand this. Someone that is 100 kg overweight is not the same person psychologically, mentally. They have different beliefs to someone who's only 10 kg overweight. It's not the same.
Okay.
It's the amount of damage you've done to yourself and the self-sabotage you've done to yourself to get to 100 kg overweight is quite a lot. And it takes its toll on you. So psychologically also, you're pretty messed up.
So psychology plays the critical part in this transformation journey for every individual.
I would say it's the core of that change.
Okay, so there are multiple elements, components when a person goes through this transformation cycle or journey or program. So psychological, nutritional, and fitness training. You also sort of do physical training. So what types of physical training you usually ask your clients or program your clients to follow?
Inside
strength training, is a running.
Yeah, so this is a question about the method. So inside of Reshape, we have 4 different methods of training that we follow, which I believe the best way. At the top of the list, at number 1, what has to be prioritized is weight training. That's resistance training.
Okay.
Why is that? We don't know of anything else, any other method of training that has the same health benefits as weight training.
Okay.
It's superior to anything else you will do.
Okay.
For fat loss, for overall health, for bone health, for muscle health, all of it. Okay. And then you can put high intensity interval training as an umbrella, and under the umbrella, there's a few different things you can do.
Okay.
So I have also a passion for boxing. So we have a boxing workout, which is very different to the usual boxercise kind of watered down boxing workouts you do in gyms. It's pretty serious and it's pretty hard, but that comes under high intensity interval training, and it's fun, right? It's a de-stressor, as I like to call it. The second thing is a really high intensity workout, which is very explosive. Again, extremely hard to do. I'm going to give you the reason why we do these things in a minute. And then number 3, under this umbrella, is functional training. Have you heard of CrossFit?
Yes.
I don't like CrossFit.
Why? Because CrossFit is multi-billion-dollar industry, I guess, and it's got massive followers.
Yeah.
Millions of people follow that methodology, whatever you call it. And
sure, I can tell you why these people like CrossFit, but the reason I don't like it is because it's not controlled enough as a method.
Okay.
Now, this means, by the way, I don't know anyone who does CrossFit and not injured. Every single person I know.
Injury.
Yeah, it's really, really easy to get injured doing CrossFit.
Okay.
Because the whole idea is doing as many reps as you can with as much weight as you can, as quickly as you can.
Okay.
And this competitive buzz that you get is quite addictive, which is why people keep going back. And also communities inside of small CrossFit gyms are very good. So they got this right. But the method itself, I don't think it's right for most people. Unless you're an athlete, you're very genetically gifted and you've done it from a younger age, and that's okay.
Okay.
If you've been taught properly, but most people, it's just not the right thing for them. So we have functional training, which is what I call clean CrossFit. So we stick to the controlled movements that are not going to injure you. Okay. And then number 4, we have a conditioning session, which also built on weight training sessions, but it's more of a group session. It's not your classic weight training session. So these 5 concepts is what we do inside of Reshape. Reason being, if I'm gonna measure you as a person, to find out how healthy you are, I'm gonna use 2 metrics. It is number 1 is the amount and the quality of the muscle mass you hold on your body. Super important. Muscle is an organ. It controls so many different things, not just how you look. It's completely different. It controls how much you burn fat, how your hormones work, your insulin sensitivity. So you're Indian, right?
Yes.
Anyone Asian that is listening to this, I would say you have to prioritize building muscle because you're 50% more prone to getting diabetes. And having more muscle mass in your frame helps big time.
Okay.
So this is really, really good for you. And then also your bone health and your joint health. Muscle is the organ that keeps you young, physically young, okay? So this is the first thing we're gonna measure. The second thing is what we call VO2 max. VO2 max is your body's ability to take in and utilize oxygen. And that's the health of your heart and your lungs.
Here is something. On my way to studio, I've gone through a few videos of yours on Instagram. You talked about VO2 max. You don't like running and you don't recommend running for your clients.
Yeah.
And you also said that long distance runners are unhealthy people. Something like that.
Yeah.
Why? Because I used to run marathons and then I could not keep up. Now see my condition here. And why you think long distance running is not good for your health or fitness for a longer period of time?
Because it contradicts the first metric.
Okay.
You cannot have a ton of muscle in your frame and run marathon. It doesn't work.
Okay. Yeah, that's why marathon runners,
Yeah, very skinny.
Pretty lean.
They have to be very It's not lean. Lean is not the right word.
okay, skinny.
They're just skinny, right? You can have a lot of muscle in your frame and you can have, you can be a man under 10% body fat, which is what I would call lean, or maybe 10 to 12, not to be too harsh on anyone who's listening. Running, long distance running eats up on your muscle. And it's one of the things you really want to prevent. You don't want to do any practices that would enhance sarcopenia. Why would you do that? I mean, as you get old, your body wants to get rid of the muscle anyway. So unless you're doing something about it, and there's quite a few research on this.
Okay.
Your body's really only...
So sprinting is great for fitness and sustainable sort of health or fitness, but long distance running is where you think have a problem.
Yes. So sprinters,
Okay.
they train in a very explosive manner. So it's more really high intensity interval training.
Okay.
Long distance runners, they train for extended periods of time.
Okay.
So this is the difference.
Let's come back to business.
Okay.
So when you started Reshape, how many years ago? Like 5 years ago?
Reshape started 2016.
Okay. It's almost a decade.
9 years, yeah.
9 years. So you started off with very limited capital.
Yeah.
Okay. So you did not have a co-founder. You started your own.
Yes.
And what was the journey like?
Well, no one believed in the concept.
How did you get your first client?
Yeah, okay. So when I worked in David Lloyd,
Okay.
I was the busiest
Okay.
trainer in there.
You were the most sought after
Yeah.
trainer in that gym.
Because I was the only one that was getting results.
Okay.
So people wanted the results, so they were queuing up to train with me. And these people, because I trained them personally, they really believed in me and what I do because I changed their life. One of the people,
how do I choose the right personal trainer or wellness coach or fitness trainer to transform my life?
how do you choose to say the question again?
How do I choose the most ideal fitness trainer or transformation coach or personal trainer for myself?
Okay. You go with someone who has a track record,
Okay.
all right? Or people like you, okay?
Okay.
So if someone, you're in your 40s, right?
44.
You're 44. You don't have
Yeah.
to put this in there. If you
Yeah,
don't want
okay,
to.
it's okay.
So if you're 44, right? Let's just say you're about 25 kg overweight.
Yep.
So we can check that. We can make you look really good.
I'm 15 kg overweight approximately.
Okay, fine.
Yeah.
All right,
I
fine.
think so.
Fine. Just as an example, if I work with men in their 40s and 15 to 25 kg overweight, and I have a track record of getting them to succeed, given that they have similar lifestyle to yours, right?
Okay.
They're busy with business, they have family, etc. And I've shown you enough proof that I can help people like yourself. That's good enough. So
Okay.
you can come to me and you can say, okay, I know you can help me. Please help me. But what you don't want to do is go to the trainer who's funny because you like his personality and because he's cute. That's what most people do, right? People say, oh, I like this guy, I'm going to go and train with him. Huge mistake. The vast majority of personal trainers don't get results for that reason, because they can get clients relying on other things. That is not ethical.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Okay.
If you go to a doctor because you like how they look and they're hot, and the doctor uses that to make money, it's unethical, is it not?
Absolutely.
Why is it different in the fitness industry? I don't believe it is different.
Okay.
So you have to go with the proof, and this person, to win your business, they have to have demonstrated enough proof, evidence that they can help people like yourself.
All right. So, and in fitness industry, like any other business, you need to have right people in your team. I mean, you are not alone in your company, does serve sort of dozens of people, but you need to have a set of individuals like you
Yeah.
to run your business even while you're away. How did you build your team, and tell me, how did you build your team, and how did you choose people who to accompany you in this journey?
For anyone who's looking to build a business, I have to say this. This is the hardest thing by far, finding the right people.
I agree with you.
Honestly, I have never tried anything that is as hard, as challenging as this. So I had a simple method. Now, remember when I said Reshape is very unique in what it does? So it was very hard for me to find people that are good, having the right skill sets for what we do. I had to find people that have the ability, or at least had potential, and then I had to train them. So this is what I did. What I set out to do was to find people with potential and then get them in and then train them, invest a lot of my time and energy to train them to make them good enough. And I did a lot of that.
Okay.
And that worked sometimes. And sometimes, people came in, they thought they could take the information and then run and do their own thing. It never worked because there are so many moving pieces to a business that not everybody understands. But now I'm very lucky because I have a team of coaches and a team of people who really believe in what we do.
Okay.
And they live and breathe the results that we get for the people. And that was not easy. We had to train them very hard.
Okay. Do you look at their values in general, or just the results?
Yeah. So I have a few things that I look at. For a coach, there are two traits I can't hire anyone without. So number one is influence. They have to be very influential.
In order to change your client's mind, to change their behavior, right? So
Exactly.
they need to win their confidence, and they win trust of that client, so that whatever the coach says, the client respects and follows through.
Exactly. They have to have the ability to change the way people think.
Okay.
They have to. Number two is empathy.
Okay.
Empathy basically means you have to be doing it for the right reason. You have to be doing it because you like seeing these people advance and progress and do well. That's what empathy is. And empathy is not sympathy, because a lot of people, confuse the two. Sympathy is where you just sympathize with no meaning. And so, oh, you're going through a tough time, oh, poor you, that kind of thing. That's not it. Empathy requires you to be tough sometimes on someone who's perhaps is struggling. And perhaps I would argue the more broken the person is, the more toughness they need.
Okay.
It's in the UK we say cruel to be kind.
Okay.
So these two things I have to look for in coaches before I hire them. And if they don't have them, the conversation doesn't even start.
Loai, why are you doing all this? What's your purpose?
My purpose is still the same. When I thought of the name of Reshape, I want to change the industry. I want to popularize the concept of transformation with the big players. I want it to take over because it's what I believe people need and want.
Has there been any backlash, or
I had a lot of problems. I had a lot of trouble.
the status quo, the existing gym operators? And
it was a dogfight, honestly.
Okay.
Going through this in the UK. The UK, I'm very grateful for the UK because I couldn't have built Reshape in Egypt. But there are a few things. People are really set in their ways in the UK and they really don't like change. That happens on all different levels, by the way. So when I started doing this, I had a lot of backlash. I had a couple of people who believed in me, a couple of friends who had gyms, etc., and they give me a hand, which I'll always be grateful for. But any gym that I went in association with the big players, they always didn't like it
Okay.
because they saw it as a threat of what they know and do, and not as an opportunity to change things for the better,
Okay.
which is really how it should have been seen. Now, eventually, this is something that you would perhaps find interesting. I had the first gym. I opened the first gym out of need, not out of ambition, because it wasn't working out with the big guys.
Okay.
So they would kick me out. They would cause me trouble. They would cause trouble to my members. So I took them and I found a place, not very big, and I put all my saving in this place. You know, you asked me how I found the investment. I'll tell you. And then I opened my first location, which was very modest, but it worked. And then it became known the only transformation gym in this place. And now in the UK, no one really does what we do. The concept, in its pieces and how it comes together is very
your
unique.
concept, what sets it apart? Like how unique your proposition for the clients? Just tell me two things in terms of business point as well as for the client standpoint.
Yeah. Before I go into this, I'll tell you how I get the investment because I didn't answer that question.
Okay.
So I was a very successful personal trainer.
Okay.
So I was making more money than any personal trainer in town. My prices were the
I
highest.
assume some of your clients have invested in it.
Not really. No,
Who
honestly.
believed in you.
Honestly, no.
Okay.
They continued training with me for years, right? So I was very good at keeping people for a very long time.
Okay.
My prices were the highest because I was given the most value.
Okay.
And so I was doing okay. So I was saving some money. And at the time I had I think it was about 80,000 British pounds. And fitness equipment are really expensive. So I spent all this on preparation of the gym, and I built all the gym myself, and I painted everything, and everything I did myself because I didn't have enough money. And I had a few friends who helped me with, some stuff that I needed. But this is how I built the first gym, and the first gym became really successful. And by the way, we've opened just before COVID. So we've opened 2 months, we had to shut down.
Okay.
It was really stressful. And then we shut down, and then we kept fighting, and we opened again. And as soon as we opened after COVID, it took off like a J curve.
Okay. Right.
Because people needed the transformation.
And do you offer online service as well?
Yes, we do.
Okay. Online and offline. It's a hybrid, omni-channel.
Yes.
Okay. So how expensive are you for me to sign up your program?
So here's the thing.
For example, people like me, CEOs and top executives and senior managers, entrepreneurs, business owners, do you have a specific program to transform them? They have a busy schedules, they travel a lot, they're always under stress. And do you have some programs, and how long does it take and how much it's going to cost? Can you just tell me?
Sure. So the Reshape program has evolved over the years for the kind of people that you're talking about. The vast majority of the people that we work with are busy, middle age, have businesses, have families, and all the usual struggles.
You target only rich.
No, not intentionally.
Okay.
We don't train just the rich.
I mean, you target only the people who can afford you. Like you're priced not really expensive or economical. You're in the middle.
Okay, so you really have to understand what Reshape is before I answer this question.
Okay.
If you're going to compare Reshape as a program to personal trainers, it is more expensive, but for the reason that it delivers more value, Reshape essentially serves as one-stop shop. So you come to Reshape and you get a nutritionist, you get the coaches, and you get what we call transformation coaches.
So one-stop shop for all your transformation needs.
Yes. Okay. So the equivalent to that will be hiring a transformation coach individually, which is what's known in the industry as a lifestyle coach, and then hiring a personal trainer to train you or to write a program for you, and then hiring a nutritionist.
Right? And a psychologist, probably.
Yes.
No.
Yes.
The combination of 4.
Yes.
Okay.
That's very expensive when you add it up.
Okay.
But we don't charge that much. So we charge a lot less than all these things combined.
Though it looks costly, and the value out of it.
Why does it look costly?
I mean, you said that you are not economical. Like your price is somewhere in the middle. But looking at all this combined, it's not really costly. I mean,
one of the things we really try to do is to make it affordable.
Okay.
To make the comprehensiveness of what Reshape is, because we believe people need every element of the program, really affordable. So if you compare Reshape to a premium gym membership, it's more. obviously, because you get a lot more services and a lot more personalization in the program.
Okay.
We don't believe in generic programming.
Yeah, that is like a one size fits for all, but this is personalized,
Right.
niche. Okay.
Yeah, right. So personal trainers are pretty generic. So they will do with you the same program. They will do with the next person. Gyms give you access. They don't really give you guidance. They only give you access. So unless you really know what you're doing, you're not going to do well in gyms. Diets do the same thing. The vast majority of nutritionists don't personalize, and that will come perhaps surprising to most people. They don't. They have their own.
They have a
favorite
template,
method.
just copy paste.
The template is derived from a favorite method, fasting or keto or whatever it is.
Okay.
Some nutritionists like the keto
Do you do
team.
some sort of gene test before or some blood
Sometimes.
work?
Sometimes.
Okay. Based on that, you design your program.
Yeah, so we have an initial assessment.
Okay.
What the assessment reveals then determines what the next step is. Sometimes it's super clear and we don't need to do blood work. And sometimes we have questions and we
So
investigate.
how often, once someone signs up for this program, how often do you ask your clients to do blood work? Once in
Yeah.
every.
So if there was existing issues in the beginning, every 3 months.
Okay.
Okay, so we look at the issues to start, and then we give them 3 months runway to try to sort out as much as possible. And then we'll revisit to see how much improvement we've made after 3 months' time, and then so on and so forth. But usually,
So
honestly,
you
the signs are
constantly
clear.
track on almost daily basis the progress, right?
Oh, we track everything every day.
So do you use technology in order to do all this stuff?
Yes,
Or
we have-
it's all a lot of manual work.
No, we have our own app,
Okay.
which will then the data from the input from the members will go on a dashboard to the coaches to see everything, and the dashboard is designed to draw the attention of the coaches to the important things, and the important things are the negative things.
Okay.
So the dashboard is pretty negative in the sense that it brings to the surface the things that the coaches need to see.
How does it capture data? The clients need to wear some wearables like Whoop?
So so the members input the data in the app twice a day.
Okay. So what data? Like
Okay, so that's to do with the amount of steps they have done, the water intake, the sleep, the quality and the amount of the sleep they have slept at night, how they feel in the morning, right? How many meals they had, have they stayed on the plan, on the pre-existing plan that we give them, have they had anything outside of the plan? All these things, like we track how much they're in a straight path versus, improvising.
how many successful transformation stories you can claim? Or
Our rate is really high of transformations. Percentage. So first, if every single person comes to work with us, they do well.
okay.
It depends how you define success, though.
Okay.
If your idea of success is the photo shoots that you see, is the pictures that you see of what we put out there, not everybody wants this, by the way. So we work with a lot of women that come to us, size 16.
It is not just for men. You open men, women. Okay.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Okay. So you have in your a team, you have female wellness coach and fitness sort of transformational coach.
We have females working, yes.
Okay.
We have actually on the team we have females with hormonal issues that have done well and surpassed the issues. And yeah.
How long should we wait to see Reshape in Dubai? What is your plan?
The physical location?
Yes. Even if you are not physically available, you're open to take some clients.
We operate online now.
Okay.
From Dubai.
Okay.
So we take people online from Dubai. But there's something that is really interesting about the Arabs.
What is it?
Don't know if you had this
You mean Arabs in general or just Emiratis?
Emiratis are probably the most extreme when we talk about this theory. And the theory is, and please don't take this the wrong way, I say this with all the empathy and love in the world. All the leisure that we experience now in the UAE, the leap this country has seen, people genetically are not ready for it. I have never seen in my life the amount of overweight kids that their bodies and where it stores fat tells me there's a hormonal issue lingering underneath. I've never seen that anywhere in the world.
It's quite alarming. And so
Yes.
there are numbers and stats.
And I have traveled. But when you see children are going through this and their bodies like screaming help, do you know why? Because the base of their genetic hasn't adapted to the lifestyle they're living yet. Because 50 years ago, they didn't have all the leisure, all the luxury that we have today. And therefore, everything that we see happened very, very quickly. And the bodies can't keep up.
Okay.
That's a huge problem here in Dubai. And these people can't do crash diets. They can't go to a nutritionist to ask him to count calories.
So you're seeing a lot more young adults obese and overweight in the UAE than anywhere else.
Yes.
Like pretty
Yes.
much 60, 65%.
And especially in the younger generation, which is very, very worrying, which also tells you the younger generation grew up in luxury.
Okay.
And now we know it's not the right lifestyle for them because they're not responding very well to it. So what you really should focus on is working with someone who has knowledge in hormones, because the problems, the underlying issues have to be addressed in order for these children to continue being healthy in the future. Because what happens is if you put them on a crash diet and they lose some weight, as soon as they come off the diet, the issues are still there and the weight is going to come back very quickly. And that's a huge problem. So if you have a son that is 12 to 16 and they're overweight, please don't ask him to count calories or track. Look at everything they do.
I have a 17-year-old son who goes to gym daily almost. Is it right or is it healthy for him to hit gym almost daily or like 5 days in a week, being he's just 17 years old?
So
unsupervised.
Okay.
That is
at 17 is not actually that young.
Okay.
So you can train pretty hard at 17 years old.
Okay.
But the frequency of the training will depend on the program, on the split. So how many times he's training the muscle groups and the kind of training he does and the duration of each individual session. So all these things have to be taken into consideration. And if he's keeping the volume kind of nice and medium per session and working really hard in that short period of time, then it's fine. He will do well. And if he's not feeling fatigue, and this is the indication that if you want to give him an advice, that's what you should tell him. If he's able to outperform his sessions, that means he's recovering well. If he feels fatigue and he can't perform as well as the session before, that means he's overdoing it.
Okay, so there are a lot of kids in the UAE and across wider Gulf are either overweight, obese, suffering from all sort of lifestyle diseases early on. And what message you have for them? Not for them, but also for their parents.
I would say the temptations are big and there's a lot of them. From ordering food online.
Yeah, temptation's too much. It's everything. The food is in abundance, and
I've never seen anything like it.
Okay.
To be honest. And as good as it is to see that this country's come this far and everything's available, which is great to see, teaching the children self-control and actually educating them on nutrition, what's good for them to put in their mouths and what is not good for them, is pretty crucial. Because if the children mirror what the parents are doing, and usually it's from a place of love, so you don't want to deprive your children from anything, which is the reason why you let them have whatever they want. But that is contradictory to teaching them self-control. So teach them self-control, educate them on nutrition, what is good for them and what is not. Educate them on how important exercise is, depending on the age. There's a method for each age. And then perhaps plant the value of being tough on yourself, of being critical on yourself early on. That's not negative. A lot of people look at this as it's a negative thing. It's not negative. It's what's going to keep them accountable to doing the right stuff, moving on in their life. So if you have a child, I would not be shy to tell them, hey, you're putting a little bit more weight, son. Let's get to the gym. I'm going to get you a coach to help you with this. We're going to eat less of that thing and more of the other thing.
So nowadays, I see the trend that only men who turn or women who turn middle age go for the coaches, right? So it's when we let our young adults and children start taking sessions with the help of a coach, which can create a lot of impact as they grow up. And eventually when they are adult,
I would say, okay, so this is a message for the parents.
Yeah.
If you want to be the source of love and giving to your children in their life, fine. You have to have an alternative that teaches them discipline and self-criticism. And the best way to do that is to get them a coach. Someone who's not necessarily super emotional with them, and it doesn't matter if they hate him one day. It's very hard for a mother to have their daughter or son, looking at her like, you hate me. Do you know what I mean? But if you can get them the help somewhere else with someone that is more rational, logical, and not emotional, which is a coach, to teach them self-discipline and to be hard on them to set them for the rest of their life. And by the way, since we're talking about business, if you have a son, in the business world, people who are not fat do a lot better because they have more self-discipline.
Yep.
And by the way, people are shy to speak about these kind of things, but it's so true. If you're a fat person and you have no discipline, and I've seen some successful fat businessmen.
That's quite rare. But the most
Yeah.
people who perform, who usually take care of their health.
Yes,
Yeah.
but here is the twist.
Yeah.
I've worked with a lot of fat successful businessmen, and the minute they get in shape, they're 10 times better.
Okay.
That's what you don't understand. If someone has a talent somewhere, super smart, and they can build a business when they're fat, when they're fit, it's a lot better. So that's what you need to aim for your children if you really love them.
Okay. So what message you have for parents who spend lavishly for the lifestyle for the children, buying expensive gifts and gadgets, toys, and then when it comes to their health, they don't really take. I mean, they are not really serious about it. They let the kids eat whatever whenever they want, and so or when it comes to hiring a coach, they say it's too expensive. But the same parents might be spending a lot more money than hiring a coach when it comes to clothes and gadgets and stuff. What message you have for them?
I would start with this. I would say having children that either slightly overweight or really overweight is somehow now becoming a norm here, which is super dangerous, by the way. You do not understand the amount of damage you're causing here. This is number one. Number two, as a parent, it is your responsibility to teach your child to be able to take on life, right? And without some difficulties, some challenges in their life, they're not going to learn anything. I think we all know that logically, right? So if you're going to buy them nice things because you can, at least make them earn it. At least put some conditions around it. So the idea of having whatever you want whenever you want never serves any child, and they're going to grow up to be useless, especially if they're men. And I have a different view on girls and boys here.
Okay.
I believe girls have the right to be spoiled. Boys, no, they have to suffer.
I think you have daughters.
I have 3 daughters.
Daughters. Okay, so you're a little bit biased.
Yes. So one day, inshallah, I might have a son, and I will treat him completely different.
If you have a son, inshallah, you're gonna be really tough
Yes.
on him.
I have to build his character. What is a man without a character?
Okay.
Nothing. But I think girls, we have to go a little bit easy on them. But at the same time, you don't give them whatever they want whenever they want. You have to put some conditions around it and make them earn it, right? They have to understand the value of exchange. You know, you either have to work really hard to acquire something or to get something, or even for praise, okay? And then the leisure thing. The parents that spend a lot of money on the leisure stuff because it makes them feel good in the moment, and they don't invest in things that are perhaps a bit more for long term. I would say to them, just imagine your child's life in 5 years from now. Just play out the scenario in your head. If you keep feeding them McDonald's and fried chicken, and if they're, say, 12, when they're 17, and they're the fattest out of their friends, how are they going to feel? Are they going to look at you like you've looked after them? Or you destroyed their confidence? Because we don't think about these things. At the time when our children are building their character, and we give them everything they want, when it's actually time to fight, which is, you know, in late teenage years and early 20s, they have no resilience. And that's really scary, right?
Yeah.
And if your child then is going to look at you like you're the person who's harmed them because you focused on making them feel good at the moment, that's pretty tough to accept. So be tough on them now and have them thank you for the rest of their lives.
Okay, all right. So coming back to business, how do you measure success in your business? I'm running a healthcare platform.
Yeah.
And I've never asked my team members to target revenue. And we are not making any revenue. So you probably know that. And I asked my team members to, how do I measure the success or performance? Our performance metrics is all about how many patients we help them cure or manage or reverse the diseases. In your business, how do you measure success?
Okay, so Money is oxygen. So money is very important. Without money, you can't continue with the business.
Okay.
You have to have money as at least one of the metrics
Okay.
that you're going to measure the business against. And for me, really money is like a database source to tell me how in demand the program is. So at the end of the day, any business is demand and supply.
Yeah. Okay.
So if more people want the service more than you can handle, that's a good sign. If you have more spaces than what people want or need, that's not a good sign. And then once you establish the demand and supply, you have to look at the pricing model that you have. Okay, are you pricing too little for what you do? Is it too valuable than what you think it is? And you have to experiment with that. And I have a simple advice here. If you're in doubt, increase the price, not too much, and then see the response with the people that you work with. And the amount of people that will still want to hold into your service and stay with you will tell you.
Okay.
Okay? Because if everybody goes, no, that's too much now, then you know you've overpriced.
Okay.
Okay? So money is really important. But then the second most important thing is word of mouth. If you serve a certain demographic and these people go and they're
You said
raving fans.
you're really good at and you enjoy marketing.
Yes.
How did you market Reshape in the beginning, and what has changed since then?
Okay, I will tell you.
Okay.
But let me finish this first because this is quite important. If the people that you work with are talking to the friends about you, that's one very important metric
Okay.
that you have to consider. It means you succeeded in satisfying their needs and perhaps even over-delivered
Okay.
on what you promised them.
You're talking about your clients.
Yes.
Okay.
So word of mouth.
Okay.
Okay, very important. So it's another way to know that your business is successful. In terms of how I went about marketing Reshape in the early days, I didn't
Because there are a lot of people in the fitness or health and wellness industries, they just want to start up and they don't know. They're probably the best in their domain, but business is all a different ball game. Okay, starting up. So the most challenging thing initially for them is how to acquire the first 10, 20, 100 clients or customers. And since you've got experience in launching a business from the scratch in fitness or transformation industry or whatever you call it, and then what did you do in terms of marketing and acquiring customers, and then how it has changed since then over a period?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Okay, so in the beginning, I wasn't focused on money at all. I just wanted to see if the market wanted what I did and needed it. That was really the main thing. My marketing strategy, I didn't know much. So it was very, very simple. I really focused on the quality of the delivery of what I did, and I was results obsessed. It's part of my character. So anything I do, I look for the results.
Okay.
It's pretty cold. Like my team knows this. I don't really pay a lot of attention to the emotional state they're in. Once I set my sights on something, everybody has to go like full speed until we achieve the thing. If someone is struggling in the way, I'll just pick you back up and let's, pick yourself back up and let's go and get the thing. So my team knows this. So in the beginning, I was really focused on the result. But once this happened, then I figured a way to show the world the results. So my strategy was as follows. Be the best at what you do, and then show it to the world in a really nice way. And then people will come and want what you do. But if you're starting and you have no clients, I would say what Alex Hormozy says, be willing to do it for free until you prove that you can do it, right?
Okay.
And also you get better at the same time. So that's what he says. You put in the repetition, you get better, and you work with people for free. And when you get good at it, when you show these people that you can actually add value, then you start taking people in for money, or perhaps ask these same people for money. But the vast majority of personal trainers and fitness people out there in the online space, they market themselves and not the results they achieve for people, which I think is a big mistake. And some of them are successful. So in the business measures, it's not a terrible idea, but you still haven't shown me that you can help me. I think you get the best results when you do both.
Understood. So it hasn't been an easy journey, has it?
It's been very tough at times.
So tell me one moment in your life, in this business life, the biggest challenge you faced.
There are so many.
Is it about the financial thing or any other challenges, the team or
Sure, finances were a challenge. But I would tell you the first thing that's happened to me. So when I started working in David Lloyd, 2014. I worked in this club for 15 months. And because what I did wasn't exactly what they wanted me to do, there was a lot of friction and there was a lot of trouble. That then led to me being fired from the club. And honestly, I was so confused. I mean, I thought I was doing the right thing. I'm helping the members. People like what I do. I even offered to train the trainers. I said, I will show them what to do because I have a passion for the result.
Okay.
I wanted all the trainers to do well. I wanted all the trainers to deliver the results for people. Because I come at this from a place of empathy. I want everybody in the club to do well. And I was also known for giving everybody free advice. Like I didn't charge for the things that I was advising people most of the time because I wanted people to succeed.
Okay.
And they fired me and I was really confused. And then I was like, okay, like this is not going to be the easy ride that I expected it to be. And yeah, I come from Egypt from a very challenging journey already. I grew up in a really tough environment. But the challenges in the UK were different. It was almost like going to the big boy league now, where you have to...
Like
more intelligence. You have to be smart and you have to learn the culture and you have to learn the nature of people very quickly. And I did struggle with this for almost 2 years.
Okay.
And then I got it.
There's similar struggles for Mohamed Salah? Like the footballer?
Yeah, you know, honestly, every Egyptian player goes to the UK, I see the shock. I see it happening in front of me and I recognize what they're doing and what they're going through. And it is not easy because the people are so different in the UK. In Egypt, we're confrontational. So if you have a problem with someone, you talk to them.
Okay.
In the UK, they have expressions like backstabbing.
Okay. Did you feel lonely?
Two-faced, all these expressions because
Did you feel lonely?
Yeah, I did.
Okay.
In the beginning, I did.
In the beginning. How's your mental health?
My mental... I don't want to upset... I'm probably going to upset somebody.
Okay.
I don't believe in depression in the sense that people do.
Okay.
I don't believe anyone that feels sad at some point, they should go to their doctor and swallow some pills.
Okay. You don't recommend people who have some mental illness go to doctor?
Okay. So here's what happens. The vast majority of people that think they have hormonal imbalance or the chemistry is not on point or whatever, it's not true. They're just sad. There's an external circumstance that caused you to be sad. And you either seen it, heard it, felt it, whatever, right? Or
sadness is not depression, right? It's a sustained sadness.
People confuse the two.
Yeah.
Intense sadness, which is the feeling that makes you want to sit down, do nothing.
So intense sadness for a sustained and a prolonged period. Is that what depression?
No, that's not depression.
Okay.
Okay, so sadness is when you feel like helpless. Okay? And a lot of people, observe the state of being helpless and think, okay, I need some external intervention to be able to get up and do the stuff. So what they do is they go to the doctor. The doctor says, okay, here are some pills. And doctors are trained to give pills. And then they take the pills, and what it does, it numbs the brain, and therefore you don't feel sadness as much, and you're able to do stuff. And then the perception then is you're actually doing what you should be doing by taking the pills because it's seemingly helping.
So you're against to prescribe medication to treat mental health conditions. So you're against psychiatry, so to speak.
Yeah. No, I don't. It's been done.
You don't recommend your clients?
No.
Oh, okay.
If there was some vigorous testing in the beginning, like some blood work, and we actually investigate it well to find out what's happening underneath, fine. But that doesn't happen. So all you have to do, at least in the UK, is go to your doctor and have a chat. And based on that chat, they prescribe you medication, sometimes pretty strong medication. And this stuff is addictive. You're never the same after coming off them. And my mission with a lot of the people that I work with is to get them off the meds. They take an anxiety, depression medication. And I tell them, your goal is to come off this. I'm working with you. This is one of my first priorities with you. Because I know it changes you physiologically. You're not the same person taking meds as you are, not taking meds. So yeah, I get a lot of shit for this, by the way. A lot of people don't like it when I say this stuff. I believe it's true. In my own practical experience, I have seen it to be detrimental, the medication that is, than helpful.
How different the healthcare services and healthcare industry in general, UK versus UAE, or fitness industry, UK versus UAE? Which is better?
The UAE, I feel like it was copy-paste from the UK to here, with the exception of a few gyms.
You're talking about the fitness industry. Okay, yes. Then after that, we will talk about the healthcare, hospitals and healthcare services in general.
Sure.
If you know.
Yeah, sure.
If you know the comparison, if you have experienced both.
All I did, let's talk about the mental wellness first of the two places. All I did is looked at numbers and statistics when it comes to all I know is that people in the UAE are actually happier.
People in the UAE happier than the people in the
People
UK.
in the UK.
Okay.
A lot happier.
That is one stat and one metrics
Yeah.
which tells all.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. And that's not to do with giving people more medication, by the way.
Okay. So you have a UK brand, UK born brand, serve UK clients, Reshape. So when you take that brand to a different territory, a different geographical area, let's say in the UAE, how are you gonna sort of reshape or adapt or reshape your reshape or flavorize locally in order to cater to the local clients? What are the things you're looking at?
Yeah, sure. So I have to address the need of the market here.
Okay.
The need of the people here in the UAE. First of all, as we discussed, children need help. And the parents are not necessarily equipped or they don't know how to help
You
their children.
have a complete sort of new vertical you can build upon here for the young adults and children. Fitness for young adults and children.
Yes, because essentially they need the same elements that adults need with a twist. Okay? They need a bit more work on psychology, need a bit more injection in self-belief and positivity in their life. They need to be made to believe they can more than criticism. That's very important for children, by the way, because you're building more than you're breaking.
Okay.
And people need programs that are convenient and easy and adaptable here. So, in other words, you can't go to someone who's living this luxurious lifestyle and tell them to quit everything. They're not going to listen to you, I promise you. And it's not wise either. Because at the first hurdle, they go out with their friends, they will cheat on their diet. So what you want is to educate them on how to manage a still decent lifestyle, luxurious lifestyle, but making the right choices, which then makes it a bit more heavier on education. If that makes, I have to educate the person what to do in different situations in order for them to be able to still do well without changing the lifestyle too much. And this is what, when we talked about building a sustainable lifestyle earlier, this is it. So looking at the person and how they live and then starting there and then see what we can adapt and change to still help them do better, but at the same time without any drastic changes.
Okay. So while living in the UK and looking at the people in the UAE, Dubai, specifically, and you have a kind of perception that very luxurious life, happy life,
And for everybody.
When it comes to work-life balance, what is your take on work-life balance, and how different work-life balance culture and work-life balance for the people, employees and general public in the UAE versus UK?
People must understand this, I personally don't believe in work-life balance, but I believe in different capacities for different people. Not everybody has ambition to do great things in life, and some people just want to feed their families and have an easy life.
They have an easy life, laid back.
Right, which is fine.
Relaxed, chilled.
If that's what you want, you just got to be honest about it and just like, this is what I want, that's fine, which is fine. You work 5 days a week and you have 2 days off. And I think in Dubai now, people are going to work 4 days. Is that right?
Not quite. Yes. In Sharjah, 4 days.
In Sharjah, 4 days.
Public government entities.
I've heard Dubai is going to implement that change as well.
Yeah, looking at it, I don't know. I'm not sure.
So to be honest, I think that's too soft. But anyway, it's a lot of people would appreciate this kind of life.
Okay.
I work in my days off. I work in my holidays. I work every single day of the week, regardless of what's happening, or at least a portion of my day's work. I don't believe in work-life balance.
Okay. I say this to my people that whenever I'm awake, I'm working. If I sleep, that is also my work. In order to work better, I sleep. So
Yes.
I work.
And I'm dreaming about
24/7.
it. Yes, I don't believe in work-life balance, but in terms of comparing the two, people in the UK are much more stressed than people here.
Okay.
So
Is it because of you guys pay a lot of taxes?
No, no. I think the life in
And
the
I've got
UK,
friends who moved out of UK just because paying too much.
I know
taxes.
a lot of people who moved out. Yeah,
Okay.
it's not helping. But I think the reason is how lifestyle is structured. So people are stressed because life is pretty boring in the UK. So you work 5 days a week. You go home early, and then you sleep early, and there's not a lot of your life
Okay.
Or there's not a lot to your life during the week. And then you go out on the weekend and you get drunk.
Okay.
So even when you're in the presence of other people, you're drunk. You're unconscious, right?
Okay.
So it doesn't really charge you in any way.
Do you hire any employees? I mean, do you hire any team members who've got drinking problems or who drink?
No. Because it's an indication of lack of self-control.
Okay.
And I can't work with them.
Okay. So recently, I fired one of my team members, though he's talented and he's got great skills, but yeah. So that's a different story. Anyway, so every entrepreneur makes mistake. Okay, everyone makes mistake. Entrepreneurs too. So
Sure.
tell me some of your mistakes you made in your entrepreneurial journey, and then how has it shaped you?
The biggest mistake, and I've done it repeatedly, is thinking too long, taking too long to act. And a lot of people in my life think I'm
Thinking too long to act.
take action.
Yeah, take action in your business decision.
Yeah, so you have
right?
an idea.
Yeah, okay, execution.
Yeah, so you have an idea. And most people in my life think I'm super impulsive, by the way. But this is my assessment of myself. I know some of the times I had a great idea. I know I could have acted quicker and made it a success a lot quicker. And I took too long in the thinking stage. And the advice would be to anyone who is starting something, as soon as you have the frame like this, the principle ready, act, and then everything else will reveal itself.
So what's your vision, Loai?
My vision is to change the industry. My vision is to make the transformation concept the lead in all the in the whole fitness industry. My vision is to get every single fitness brand to recognize what people really need. I'll tell you a little story. I was in the gym today before I came here. I was training. And I saw this young boy. He must have been 18, oldest. And he's like standing on this machine, looking around, not sure what to do. And I was next to him, using the machine next to him. So I made a little scenario and I said, what's your name? He said, Abdullah. I said, Abdullah, do you mind if I use this with you? And I did that because I want to show him, because I wanted to help him. This cannot happen in gyms. We have to have systems and people that are willing to step in and help this person the minute he starts looking around. Because if this continues, Abdullah is going to go to the gym for a week or two. He's going to feel lost. It's going to impact his self-confidence in a negative way, and he's going to stop going. So my vision is to change this. My vision is to provide the help that people need inside of the gyms and outside of the gyms, with the lifestyle, the right education, the right knowledge with nutrition, so they can live a truly healthy life and have the gym and the training be more like a hobby, something they enjoy. That's my vision. And I want all the big players to implement the systems and the people and to train their teams to do exactly that. So going back to Abdullah, I showed him what to do on that machine, and he was super grateful. But that's not my job. There's a lot of trainers in that gym. And the trainers didn't think to step in and help him, because the trainers only get paid by the people that they give one-to-one sessions
Understood.
to.
Yeah.
It's wrong.
Okay. Yeah. So that said, how can we democratize access to people like you, wellness coach or transformational coach? Because not everyone can afford, one thing, and second is the accessibility is sort of and
Limited.
limited. And in today's AI world, some AI companies in healthcare thinking of rolling out some AI doctor, one doctor for every individual. Similarly, one wellness or fitness coach for every individual. Is that possible?
No, I don't think it is. Why? You go to your doctor for advice and for diagnostic.
Okay, this is very important. I'm expecting an answer for this. Is a very important question, because I'm building healthcare technology, and then I want to treat 1 million patients a year. So instead of onboarding 10,000, 20,000 doctors on my platform and to deliver care for 1 million patients a year, nowadays AI is a buzzword. Instead of onboarding them, why can't I have a super intelligent AI to treat or care these patients? Similarly,
Yeah.
so I'm
So the motive of people is different.
okay.
Let's take a diabetic patient,
Okay.
for example. He or she would go to the doctor to do some blood work and to get the diagnostic. After the diagnostic, they'll perhaps get some medication prescription or advice, whether they're in the stage of needing insulin or not yet. That's it. A doctor is not going to coach anybody.
Okay.
This is something technology can do, by the way.
Coaching.
Technology can do the diagnostic and the advice.
Diagnostics, yes. But
It
not
can do
coaching.
that.
Coaching, you
No.
need a human.
Exactly.
Okay.
You need to feel like you're being held accountable to a human that will get upset with you
Okay.
if you don't do
With
something
all
right.
emotions and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That will get mean sometimes when you need it. That will put a hand on your shoulder and tell you well done when you do well.
So AI can't entirely replace human wellness or fitness or transformational coaches.
It will replace only the bad ones.
Bad.
Coaching, investing in coaching is investing in an emotional arrangement.
So you don't believe in AI coach? It's not effective.
No, I believe it can help a good coach.
Okay.
But I don't believe
it can empower a coach.
it's a tool.
Okay.
I believe it's a tool that can be very helpful for good coaches. And I believe it will be better than bad coaches. But it's not going to replace the emotional connection people have with their coaches, because the emotional connection, it's the fear of not letting your coach down is what drives you to do well. I hear this from the people that I coach all the time. Said, I was about to have that sandwich and I heard your voice in my head. And AI can't do that. I had a dream about you last night. That sounds wrong. But you know what? It's like being able to get inside of people's heads
Okay.
and to actually get them to think about you and your reaction before they do the wrong thing.
Okay.
AI can't do that because it has no emotion. It's the human connection that people need to do well.
Okay. So, okay, let's talk about your business.
Can you have an AI dad?
Impossible.
What is your dad to you?
Yeah.
A figure, someone, a source of accountability, a source of guidance.
Okay.
A coach is like your dad.
Wow. This is quite profound, what he said.
But only the good ones.
Okay. And let's talk about scaling your business. Reshape. For instance, scaling Reshape. In order to scale Reshape, are you going to rely a lot on technology, or are you going to open up your physical center as much as possible?
I'll do both.
Okay.
So technology now, you can't deny it. You will be a dinosaur if you do, and you will die. Technology is a tool to make a coach more efficient. It has to be there, and it has to slowly and gradually replace the existence of a coach in your life in the advanced stages of your journey. So for example, if you come to me and you're a beginner, you need me more than if you're an intermediate. If you're intermediate, you need me more than if you're an advanced. So when you're advanced, what you really need is a structure, and technology can do that. A structure, a place for you to perhaps to input your metrics and to keep an eye on your own progress, etc. And every once in a while, you come to me for an objective eye and you say to me, right, let's revisit the program. Let's revise this thing. And then I can help you then. But in the beginning, in the earlier stage, it's all emotional. And I don't think people understand this. What you really need is the emotional support and to some extent, the manipulation that a coach can bring to your life to get you to do well.
Okay. So, spreading your message, your instructions. Okay. Even scaling your business, you need social media, right? As a tool. But nowadays, I see tons of misinformation, disinformation on social media, even when it, not just in politics, but also in, for example, healthcare information or fitness information, guidance. So people are confused. They hear different version from different people on different channels.
I hear this all the time, honestly. And now, the more access we have to information, the more confusing everything becomes. And I say it's like politics and religion. Fitness is one of these things that are super confusing to most people. Now, I tell you why people are confused, because we can never be objective towards our own selves. So even if you have the knowledge, and when you have the knowledge as an average person, it means you have lots of contradictory things in your head that don't make sense because they don't match each other. But even if you have the correct knowledge, you can't see it objectively. So you can't be objective. You can't diagnose yourself. You can't pick the right method for yourself. It's impossible. And this is the reason why athletes need coaches. Athletes don't have coaches for the motivation or the emotional support, by the way. They're driven by not getting their ass kicked.
Even Messi and Cristiano.
They have to have coaches.
They have coaches.
Why is that?
Do they have coaches?
The detail and the objectivity.
Okay.
You can be missing a small detail.
Yeah.
But you will never be objective as a human being, regardless of the level.
So I often wonder why Messi or Cristiano, they are goats. Why they still need a coach?
Yeah. Okay. It's a great question.
Yeah.
What you have to understand is that it's to do with human nature.
Okay.
So a good coach, obviously the level of coach that will coach Cristiano is not the average football coach. He has to be extremely good
Okay.
to be able to add something to Cristiano. But the objectivity that Cristiano can't have towards his own self is what a coach is going to bring. And also, there's an element of detail in Cristiano's training he can't see because he's not objective. So this is where a coach comes in and say, Cristiano, pay attention to this very small detail there. And the small detail at that level will make a lot of difference to someone like Cristiano. That's what they need the coach for. The coach is not going to go and pull him out of bed in the morning because he's already motivated. He's already done 99.9% of the work. But it's the 0.1% that he needs from someone else.
Okay. Similarly, Cristiano in sports or Messi in sports.
I like Cristiano.
Okay, I'm a Messi fan. We've got some program specifically targeting CEOs, entrepreneurs. We call it Fitness for Founders. Okay, this is a personalized transformational program for CEOs, entrepreneurs, founders, senior executives. And if we refer someone like a CEO or founder, how long that transformational session? I mean, how long does it take?
The vast majority you see on our pages, the vast majority of transformations you see on our pages and on our website have taken from 3 to 6 months.
3 to 6 months.
Starting point dependent. The pace of the program is decided based on the capacity of that individual as well. Because if I go too quick for you and you're not psychologically ready, it will break you.
Okay.
So I have to have an understanding as a coach of how much I can give you at any given point. Does that make sense?
Okay.
These two things are really important.
All right.
And then the amount of issues, perhaps physiological issues that you have also needs addressing, and that will play a factor. But for the vast majority of people, 3 to 6 months is enough time for them to transform.
All right. Thanks, Loai.
Thank you, Shihab.